How's it going, folks? Around at Mum and Dad's, and I thought I'd give you a bit of a roundup after 1 week of operation. We did have a bit of a test of the water here earlier, and the municipal water came in at 8.3ish. So we decided to top it up with Mum and Dad's rainwater tank water, and it came in at 6.1. So we're now sitting at about 7.8. So there probably only about 400ish litres went in there. So what's that, about 100 gallons or so. So it will be a couple of weeks before it comes down after the water's topped up using the rainwater tank. I don't think it's going to be using a lot of water because there's not a lot in here at the moment. I did plan out some lettuce, just a punnet of 6 over there. I sowed 4 lots of beans in here, and Mum popped out 2 Backyard Alpha cucumbers. They're a, sorry folks, just got a phone call from B. So 2 Backyard Alpha went in here, and we're just going to grow them up some of this mesh that's just attached to the grow beds. We'll see how they go. They're still fertile, so they should do fairly well for Mum and Dad. Yeah, rosemary, we put in 3 the other day, Mum and I, and Bianca and I put in another 2, just in case that bush I'm taking home doesn't survive. But yeah, they seem to be doing all right. They didn't wilt at all through the hot days. And Dad accidentally broke off a tip of a frangipani or palmera. So he's just popped it in here to see if it'll set root, and then he'll pop it out with the rest of them. But yeah, pretty happy with the way it's going. I did have a bit of a chat to Mum. We won't be getting the fish until we have some sarking at least around the fish tank, mainly because, you know, we don't want to have an algae outbreak. It was looking crystal clear before. Mum put in some fish emulsion. You could actually see right down to the base before, but it's a bit hard at the moment with the phone. I don't know if it's going to focus any better, but yeah, the water was crystal clear before the fish emulsion went in. So yeah, pretty happy with the way it's travelling. And their neighbours are very impressed as well that they can now hear the running water again. And apparently the neighbours from across the street have been over and checked it all out, and yeah, they're pretty interested in how it's going. So I'm pretty chuffed. So I will come back later on in the week, and we'll measure the nitrate levels again. They were sitting before, I don't think I mentioned, but they were sitting around about 10 parts per million. So ample nitrates in there for the lettuce. I thought we'd just give it another boost, and then we'll try it on Friday and see how she's going. But yeah, 0 ammonia and 0 nitrates. Just over here, just explaining what this is. I've got my little sieve, and I've just quarantined a small bit of area. I've actually dug it down a little bit so some of the media is staying moist. I wanted to get a nice algae covering on it, just so I can take a bit of B-roll. I did take a little bit of film before I added some more clay in here earlier today, but it wasn't green enough, so I thought I'd manufacture some algae covered clay, yeah, just to use as an example in an upcoming clip. I suppose the only other thing we've done is put the umbrella over the top of it. It's just wedged down there through the grow bed frame and sitting on top of some bricks to give it some height. And yeah, that's just going to give these guys a little bit of shade through the middle of the day. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're starting to get some dapple shade on there now, so it should protect the majority of the plants in here through the hottest part of the day. So there you go. I will pretty much leave it there, folks. Sorry too for having to re-upload the clip. I stuffed up a few things on there, so I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that it's not called a solids upflow filter, it's called a static upflow filter. Just a habit I've gotten into, and I really should use the right name, so I had to put some text in there. So yeah, anyway, I will leave it there now. I do hope you enjoy these little updates looking at this system, and I'll catch you later. Cheers, folks.